It had been 12 years since anyone invited me to a family event. 12 years of silence. 12 years of being erased, like I was never part of the bloodline. So when the knock came at my new $2 million beach house, I almost didn't answer. But curiosity is a dangerous thing. I opened the door, and there they were, my daughter, her husband at her side. Her smile tried to stretch across her face, but her eyes betrayed her. They flicked over my marble floors, the sweeping ocean view behind me, the glass staircase curving up like a blade. Their desperation dripped through the silence. I spoke calmly, "Come in." And that was enough. Their faces turned pale, as if they'd stepped into a trap they already knew they wouldn't escape. Backstory. Once I believed in family. I believed loyalty was carved into bone. But blood can turn poisonous when stirred with greed. It started 12 years ago. My wife, God rest her, had just passed. I was at my weakest, and instead of standing with me, my own daughter sided with her in-laws. They whispered into her ear, poisoning her against me, convincing her I was reckless with money, unfit to manage what her mother left behind. I still remember the moment she said it. "Dad, maybe it's better if you step aside. They can handle the estate better." Step aside. Those two words cut deeper than any blade. I didn't fight. I signed the papers. I let them take control of everything my wife and I built. The house, the business, the savings. Within 2 years, they had drained it all. By the time they realized what they couldn't manage, it was too late. And me? They discarded me like an empty shell. No calls, no visits, not even an invitation to her wedding. That was the day I buried not just my wife, but the last of my family. Discovery of betrayal. For years, I lived small, a one-bedroom apartment, day jobs, nights filled with silence. But silence teaches you to listen, and I listened. I watched from the sidelines as their lives unraveled. Failed businesses, bad loans, gambling debts. The son-in-law's arrogance burning through whatever scraps were left. When my daughter's voice finally broke through the years of silence on a single voicemail, I knew. "Dad, can we talk? Things have been hard." Not guilt, not apology, need. That was all I needed to hear. The shift. I didn't shout. I didn't curse their names. I smiled. Because by then, the tides had already turned. After they left me for dead, I rebuilt. Quietly, patiently. I worked contracts others overlooked, invested in properties no one wanted, bought land while they were busy burning cash. I played the long game, because revenge is a dish that spoils if rushed. The beach house wasn't a trophy, it was a weapon. Every glass wall, every imported tile, every polished surface, proof of the life I carved without them. And now, here they were, stepping into my sanctuary, empty-handed, pockets turned inside out, eyes darting like thieves. Execution. We sat in the living room, the ocean stretching wide behind me. They looked so small against it. My daughter spoke first, her voice trembling between rehearsed sweetness and raw panic. "Dad, it's been too long. We shouldn't be apart like this. Family should—" I cut her off with a glance. Her words crumbled. The son-in-law tried to recover, leaning forward like he still had authority in this house. "We've been through some tough times. The market's been brutal. We thought maybe you could help us get back on our feet." I let silence answer them. Silence can be sharper than any blade. Finally, I leaned forward, my voice even. 12 years. Not a call, not an invitation, not even a card on my birthday. And now, you show up at my door? Why? Their silence confirmed what I already knew. Desperation. I stood, walked to the cabinet, and placed 2 envelopes on the table. "Choose," I said. The first envelope was thick, sealed in black. Inside, the legal notice of bankruptcy proceedings I had initiated against the son-in-law's failing company months ago. He didn't know I owned the debt collector that had bought his loans. The second envelope was slim, white. Inside, a trust deed. Not for them, for my granddaughter, the only innocent one in this web. A future untouched by her parents' failures. Their hands hovered. The son-in-law reached for the black envelope. My daughter's trembling fingers reached for the white. And just like that, the divide between them was laid bare. Climax. I leaned closer, lowering my voice. "You took everything from me once, but I built it back. And now, I'll watch as you lose everything you thought you owned." The son-in-law's face went red, fury boiling. "You can't do this." "I already did," I said, calm, precise. "The papers are filed. Your assets are gone. The house, the cars, seized. By the end of the month, you'll have nothing but the clothes on your back." He shot to his feet, but my daughter stayed frozen, clutching the white envelope like it was oxygen.